Right now, the situation is getting very interesting, and you need to stay with me on this one because everything is connecting step by step. And I will break it down in a very simple way so everybody can understand what is really going on. And as you are listening, don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss the next update. So we are looking at a serious political moment where Energy Mutodi, who was in a powerful position, suddenly found himself in trouble after making strong statements against George Guvamatanga. And this is where everything started to move very fast. Mutodi came out boldly and said that there were issues in the way money was being handled, especially when it comes to payments and approvals. And these were not small statements. These were heavy claims that touched the heart of government operations. And immediately people started paying attention because when someone inside the system speaks like that, it means something serious could be happening. And as you are following this, make sure you like this video and subscribe because I am giving you the full story in a simple way. Now, after making those statements, something very unexpected happened. Mutodi came back and changed his position. He said he did not have enough evidence to support what he had said, and he decided to withdraw those claims and even apologize. Now, pause and think about that carefully. How do you move from making very strong statements to suddenly stepping back like that? This is where the story becomes deeper, because this is no longer just about what was said. It is now about what could have happened behind the scenes. And if you are enjoying this breakdown, don't forget again to like this video and subscribe, because these are the kind of real-time stories you need to follow closely. After that apology, things did not just go quiet. Instead, the situation turned into something else. Mutodi started facing consequences. And now we are hearing that he has been removed. And this is where the big question comes in. Is this removal because of the claims he made? Or is it because he could not support them? Or is there something bigger happening inside the system that we are not seeing clearly yet? Because in politics, especially in a system like Zimbabwe, things are not always direct. There are always layers. So as you listen, keep asking yourself questions. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you stay updated. Now let's go deeper. George Guvamatanga is not just an ordinary official. He is someone who plays a big role in financial decisions, and anything that touches his office will always be serious. So when his name came into this situation, it automatically made the issue bigger. But when the person making the claim steps back, it creates confusion. People begin to ask, was the claim real but unsupported? Or was it said too quickly without proper checking? And this is very important because it affects how people trust what is happening inside leadership. And if you understand this part, go ahead and like this video and subscribe because we are building the full picture together. Now, another angle you must look at is internal politics. Sometimes when you see a situation like this, it is not just about one person talking. It can also be about groups, influence, and alignment inside the system. So when Mutodi spoke, some people may have felt he was representing something bigger. And when he stepped back, it may have affected more than just himself. This is why his removal is now being looked at from many angles. Is it discipline? Is it damage control? Or is it part of internal balancing? And as always, make sure you like this video and subscribe because these details matter. Now, let me explain something in a very simple way. When a system is strong and stable, issues are handled quietly and clearly. But when you start seeing public statements, reversals, and sudden actions, it usually means there is pressure somewhere. Pressure can come from many places. It can be from within leadership, from public reaction, or from the need to protect certain structures. And in this case, you can clearly see that pressure played a role. Now think about the timing. The statements were made, they spread quickly, they caught attention, then suddenly they were withdrawn, and then action followed. That sequence is very important. And if you are following this clearly, don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss the next part. Now, let's talk about trust. Trust is very important in governance. When leaders speak, people expect clarity and consistency. But when a leader says something serious and then takes it back, it creates doubt. And when that same leader is then removed, it creates even more questions. So right now, the public is left trying to understand what is true and what is not. And that is why stories like this must be explained in a simple way, just like I am doing now. So go ahead and like this video and subscribe. Now, let's also look at the message this sends to others. When something like this happens, it is not only about the people involved, it also sends a message to everyone else inside the system. It tells them to be careful about what they say publicly, especially when it involves powerful offices. At the same time, it also shows that making claims without strong backing can have serious consequences. So it is a lesson in two directions. Speak carefully and also make sure you have strong support for anything you say. And if you agree with this point, make sure you like this video and subscribe. Now, another important angle is the public reaction. Even though the claims were withdrawn, the fact that they were made has already planted questions in people's minds. People will still wonder, what if there was something there? And this is how situations like this continue to live even after official statements are made. Because once a question is introduced, it does not disappear easily. And that is why this story is still very active. So stay with me and don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more updates. Now, let me connect this to a bigger picture. This is not the first time we are seeing internal issues come out in public. We have seen moments where different leaders appear to be on different sides, even if it is not openly stated. And when you combine that with situations like this, you begin to see a pattern of tension, adjustment, and control. And this is why every small story can be part of a bigger movement. And if you are seeing this clearly, like this video and subscribe right now. Now, let's talk about what will happen next. There are a few possibilities. One, the situation may calm down and everything moves on quietly. Two, more information could come out, either officially or unofficially. Three, we may start seeing more changes in positions and roles. And each of these possibilities tells a different story. So you need to stay alert and follow closely. And as always, like this video and subscribe so you don't miss anything. Now, I want you to think about accountability. Accountability means when something serious is said, it must be checked properly. In this case, because the claims were withdrawn, it becomes difficult to follow through in a clear way. But at the same time, the system must still show that it takes such matters seriously. So how this balance is handled is very important. And that is why this situation is not just about one person. It is about how the system works. If you understand this, go ahead and like this video and subscribe. Now, let's slow down and look at the human side. Behind all these positions and titles, there are individuals making decisions under pressure. Sometimes decisions are made quickly, sometimes they are corrected later. And sometimes those corrections come with consequences. So what we are seeing is not just politics. It is also human decisions in a complex environment. And if you are still with me, like this video and subscribe because we are breaking it down step by step. Now, as we move forward, keep watching how leaders speak. Keep watching if there are any follow-up explanations. Keep watching if the tone changes. Because sometimes the real story is not in one event, but in what follows after. And that is exactly what we are going to continue tracking. So make sure you like this video and subscribe, because I will keep bringing you updates in a simple and clear way. At this point, we have connected the main parts of the story, but there is still more to break down and more angles to look at so you can fully understand what is happening.